Right, so here we are. Pads and Pints, a little impromptu get together.
Christmas special.
Christmas special. It's if you can't tell by the tree in the background.
Oh, is that what it's for?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so. And if you've noticed something, there's a special addition to today's pod. The hats have arrived. So as the model, delightfully,
You're
pick
not,
one up.
You're
And you're the model.
You're not the model. You just wanted to cover your ginger hair.
It wouldn't fit your head.
That's the same size as when it put on me.
Yeah.
So
to be
don't-
fair,
How is that possible?
To be fair, it did.
Don't come at me. You can't come at
Russian
me
blood
now.
to the head, son.
All right, let's cover these patches up. There we go. There we go.
So we just thought we'd jump on. We've had a nice evening together. We've had some good food, good company. Well, Johnny anyway. And Laurie turned up, which was a miracle in itself. Love you, big guy. We want to discuss the Ashes so far. The first test.
Yeah.
And
Can we gloss over that as quickly as possible?
how England have got on, really. So
I mean, should we try and summarise the first test in how quickly it genuinely ended?
terrible.
Piss poor.
Piss
Yeah,
poor.
wasn't great,
Really
was it?
rubbish.
Drives on the up.
On to the second test.
Correct.
Literally.
A lot more positive to talk about.
Yeah.
But the first test, what do we take away from it? The fact that we need new openers and Bazball doesn't always work.
I don't think new openers are needed. I've always said, look, I'm all for positive cricket and positive intent. And I always sit there and say, I would never ask for somebody that strike rate is 50, a Pujara. I would never go to him, go in and bat at 160, 170, because he wouldn't do it. He couldn't do it. But then you can't then stifle players.
They've got the ability to do because it's proven.
Correct. But there has to come a point of accountability and a point where you sit there and go, I need to value my wicket.
It's game management.
But then
Yeah.
if you look,
That's what they struggle with. Do you not think?
you look at opening with England, right, and you can't argue that Duckett and Crawley, their average stand is about 50, which you would take. But
all day. I mean,
who else do you pick? For me, there's just not the
this is
stock.
a bigger subject, though. This is the fact that the party game is so poor and the pathway is that bad that we pick the best of what we've got.
Yeah,
So-
it is. We've got to work with what we've got.
And then you know what? If in the second test Crawley comes out and gets 60, 70,
I do
happy
rate
days.
Duckett. I do like him though.
I like the fact you just can't leave a ball alone.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like a
But
terrier.
then, like he drives in a weird way and hits balls in slightly more unorthodox places, which take Australia because they've probably got the best seam attack. Well, they have the best seam attack in the world against weaker seam bowling. That's going to scramble their head. If you're thinking, right, this is going to get hit through cover, and he's like driving through backward point.
But there also has to come a point where you look at it and go, you are the best of the best in the UK.
Yeah.
Out of the 64 million
Switch your brain
people
on.
in this country,
Out
you are the
football.
best.
Yeah.
You are the best 11 cricketers. And when you watch it and you go, caught in the slips, caught a gully, caught in the slips, caught a gully, you start to sit there and go, are they really bowling that well? Or are we just playing really stupid shots? Everybody was driving
looks
from
like poor shots.
when you're looking at it, you're going, oh, driving of a back of a length ball, right? And I get it. There's so many at club cricket, because it's what we talk about.
Yeah.
You look at the amount of Aussies that come over and struggle in the UK. They get millions of runs down under, and they're great when the ball's coming on, and then they struggle over here.
Yeah.
It's two very, very different types of pitches, and it was just naive. That's the word that springs to mind.
You would hope if you are an elite level international cricketer, you see one or two get caught first, second, third slip driving on the up. Someone's got to have a brain and go, maybe I'm going to put that away.
Yeah.
Just
pick your balls.
Yeah. Or if it's really full, it's
Okay,
under your nose, fine.
Let me put it this way, right? Think back to the Ashes when James Vince got that nut from Stark. We all know the one we're talking about,
The
right?
90-mile-an-hour leg break.
Yeah, right? Tell me how many of those balls were bowled to England in both innings?
None.
Genuine.
They are a good seam attack.
No. I'm talking about a genuine where you're looking at it and going, unplayable. Fair play.
Nothing was unplayable.
No.
And
we give them all away, I think.
we discussed this kind of right after it, and it was a case of we gave away 70% of our wickets. Don't get me wrong, there was some brilliant bowling there, but leave it alone if you need
Duckett
to.
getting hit on the pads early doors. That was a pretty good scene. You can go fair enough with that one. But when you see 3, 4, 5 all being caught second, third slip gully, driving on the up. They were all the same dismissal. There was that picture I put in the group where there was 4 wickets, all the same, all playing the same shot.
But that's
It's
my point.
horrendous.
That's my point.
Someone's got to go, right, I'll
we're
take
talking-
accountability with this.
We're talking about somebody you call the GOAT, who has seen
Well,
Duckett, Crawley, and then seen Pope all go in the same manner, and then does the same thing. Don't get me wrong. I think Joe Root's one of the most unbelievable cricketers ever.
I'm happy to back
No,
that.
I know. And that's the only reason I said it. But I think
Buttons.
there comes a point where you have to sit there and go, and I'm going to put it perfectly. KP, in my opinion, is one of the best cricketers to ever play the Test game or ever play the game.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, in my humble opinion, he was somebody that at the time his wings were clipped. And when he did well,
What
it
was
was
the style England played in?
yes,
He had to adhere to it.
yeah.
This
And
team
when
would be freer.
correct.
Yeah.
So in the reverse sweep hitting against Sri Lanka and what
Oh,
he
it
did
was
to
unbelievable
Muralitharan
though, wasn't
and
it?
what he did to Scotty Styrus, everyone held him. The minute that he got out playing an expansive shot, they crippled him and crucified him. So what I'm trying to say is there is a point where you got to go that is brilliance and that is genius and that is positive batting. But there is a point where at some point somebody has to knuckle down, and you've got to look at it and go, we can't all bat that way. We can't.
But then you look at just fast forwarding to today's test with Joe's 100. He got, I think it was like 80 off 130 balls.
Yeah, discipline.
But then
accelerated.
but to get to, I think it was from like 60 to 100, he took like 80 odd balls,
Yeah.
and he slowed it right down just to drag that score
That's
out.
what we're talking about.
But
You're managing the game.
yeah.
You're playing the game rather than just playing the default.
That's why he's the GOAT, Johnny. Just saying.
And
That's
that's very debatable.
Well,
mate.
the fact is,
That phrase
England is still 300 odd for 9, which is a massive score. But this morning I heard a stat saying any team getting over 260 in the first test
at Brisbane, yeah, at the Gabba.
have never lost.
First innings.
Yeah, sorry, the first innings of a test there have never lost.
That's a great start.
That is a good
That
start.
is a good. That's
It's
not a
not
big
even a high
score.
score.
Yeah, that's not a big score either.
I'd also like to point out that last week, the week, whenever it was the first test, the team batting first hadn't lost a game at that ground for X amount of time.
Records are there to be broken.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
But
And unfortunately, it keeps happening to us at the minute,
well,
don't it?
do you know what it's
Unless
about
you're Wayne
preparation?
Mulder and declare when you're 380 out of
Still
hours.
one.
When we
up
talk
there.
about prep and game management, though, the viewpoint of England not really playing any warm-up games. before the
Honking,
first test, and then
horrible. When
the
you've
pink
got
ball test.
when you've got Mitch Stark, the best pink ball bowler ever, just rips
Say
teams
that out loud
apart.
again.
I stumbled over that hard. I know I did. Right, we'll move on. Thanks for that. Not to play a bit of a competitive game, and even if our top order all get rolled in that training game, bat again. They just need time out in the middle in pink ball conditions in the dark.
It's a real hard one, right? Because I'm a firm believer that at that level, and when you're playing against something so different, you should have a warm-up game. Especially, they got 3 days off, right?
An extra 3 days.
An extra 3 days off. But I'm also a big believer in. So I played various levels of cricket, and no. But I was. Shut up. I'm always, and still to this day, I hate netting. Like I hate netting and
out in the middle, get on a grass there.
But the difference is that we're talking about a training game, so they're actually in the middle batting. Real life. So
it's that environment of that competitive nature where you're in the heat of war.
Yeah, I don't agree with your bowlers absolutely killing themselves
like
in a
boxing
net.
is the best analogy you can give. Sparring is nothing like a real fight.
No.
And tune the
Yeah, you're
senses,
right.
and it's like in cricket. If you're going head to head with 11 other players, you're going to be more competitive than just bowling to your mates.
I agree, and I just think, well, again, England are 324 for 9 or whatever it is today, or because
at this moment in time.
And I sit there and I think to myself, you can sometimes sit there and go, cricket's a very simple game played by very complicated minds.
Well, our number 11's just whacked sixes straight down this ground. Off
There you
start.
go.
To see that.
So good.
Joff, what a legend.
What a boy.
What a
boy.
But then again, I don't. If I'm honest, and I'm still going to say it.
Here we go.
I don't think Australia are that strong.
No, they're not.
They're
This
like
is-
they
I would
haven't
stand
looked
by
great.
Broad and say that's the worst team in
This was
15
the
years.
conversation
Yeah.
before the first test of Australia with their injuries.
Yeah.
Pat not playing and stuff, and not being the strongest batting lineup with like Kawaj is still in there at 38, I think he is.
But it
He's
wasn't
washed
that.
up now.
But
Yeah,
it wasn't that. It
Not only
was
was in front of you, but England
it,
failed miserably.
Yeah, it was so bad.
the
So bad.
Labuschagne opening in the first innings, and then Carey, was it Carey? No, Head.
Opening.
Oh, I
But-
mean, that's
but-
some innings though. Like,
Unbelievable.
Unfortunately, yeah, for us.
But you sit there as a bowling team, right? And you're like, fair play, like it's chopping and changing. We're in here,
yeah,
and I'm just going to point this out, right? It is criminal, and we can end it on this, right?
Here
Because
we go.
this is
this
because
gonna
I've
be
had a
big
rant.
statement. Here we
It
go.
is
Winding up.
criminal that you are 40 runs ahead with 10 wickets in your innings,
We were 19
and you
nine ahead.
lose the
yeah.
game in the
Same
same
day.
day.
Yeah, yeah. But then
Same day. Make that make sense.
I woke up thinking, oh, we'll put in a good total here. Oh, we've lost.
But
What's gone off here, bro?
the more interesting thing to look at that is we want to play all this attacking cricket and look at our horrendous dismissals. You can say probably 9 out of 10 got given away. Travis Head comes in, does it, and scores
Washes it.
129 off 80 balls.
Trav ball.
Trav ball, playing the brand of cricket
Which
that we want to do
yeah, yeah.
against
Which we flex
us.
about as well.
But then he actually did it in the most
Executed it, yeah.
infinitely best way compared to anything that we've tried so far this series.
I would also like to point out,
He has a great mustache.
he does. I'd also like to point out
November
how
365.
many shots did he play in terms of how many different shots did he play?
He just whacked it all behind square.
There you go.
Yeah.
So play.
Not this driving
right,
on the up.
Zach, I promise you, this man gives, and I'm somebody who suffers with depression and anxiety. He cripples me with anxiety, and you know who I'm talking about.
Harry Brook.
He cripples.
He said it today.
He cripples me
When he was
with
about
anxiety.
25, he was like, I can't watch him.
I'd sit in a corner of a room rocking back and forth. Like, if I was in after him, I'd sit there go, no, can't do it, can't do it. I can't, Harry, what's he doing? Oh my God. I'd end up,
Put it up now. Don't do it, Harry.
it's like, he's
You're a wizard, Harry.
he spanked the ball for 4. Next ball, he tries to ramp me. Like, what are you
On a
doing?
Yorker.
Nearly gets
But
stumped. Like,
he
what
also
are you-
has our last triple test 100 though.
Yeah.
Laurie's
on the flights today.
because he's from Yorkshire.
Yeah, I know.
You've got
My-
bad boys
my-
on that.
My mate Joe, who played at Collegiate, but I never met him, and my mate
Lives down
Harry
the
played
road.
with
Oh.
Piss off. But yeah, so I think that's
I'm not biting. I'm not. It's not worth my time because you know I'm right. You know he's the best test batter to play the game.
okay. So now we're here, right?
Right,
Let's
so we
do
didn't
this
want to
thing.
do this, but this has been a subject of debate for the last 12 hours. So we'll just end it on this. And we'll throw this out to you guys.
So on our
as well.
Instagram, as you saw, Laurie posted
A picture of Joe
Picture of
Root
Joe
with
Root.
3 goats and 3 lions. Goat lions.
Goat Lions.
I promise you now, I will go on record saying this. Joe Root is an unbelievable cricketer. He is insanely
He's all right,
good.
isn't he?
He is insane, and I don't
There's
care
worse. There's worse batters.
he's incredible. He's
Yeah,
incredible. He is not the GOAT. Nowhere near.
But he's not the goat.
I'm gonna say when he retires,
Top 3.
when
Let's
he
do top 3.
when he retires, I think you cannot put him in the conversation to say the best or one of the very best test batters ever to play the game. I think he stays fit. He will have close to Sachin's 100 record. He should score more runs than
Okay,
Sachin.
so all right. So we're
And-
gonna
and then when you look at it like that, in my opinion, you can't argue otherwise.
okay, fine. I will, and I can.
About
Yeah.
stats.
Yeah, but stats are data. Data is everything, and
But
he
it's
would,
not though, is it?
Yeah,
It's not. Because if I scored 60,000 runs against
This little point
Zimbabwe's
is turning
bowling
into
attack.
yeah, but it's,
monologue.
Wait,
no, right.
So time, era, conditions, equipment all come into it. You cannot tell me that he is a better bat than Viv Richards, Sir Garfield Sobers, Javid Miandad,
Don Bradman.
Don Bradman, Gavaskar, Sachin,
Gaviscon.
Sachin,
You'll need to buy
Kumar Sangakkara, AB de Villiers.
I'd say he's definitely better than a lot of them. In my
A
opinion,
lot. Who is he better than? Out of that list I've just given you.
you want me to?
So is he better than Gavaskar? Yes or no?
Yes.
You're joking.
No. You just look at the runs he
Right,
scored
can we just...
and the percentage of runs he scores for the
Rory.
team and how many times he drags
big dog.
England out of a situation.
in an era of like this era, he has not faced The bowling, the pitches.
But you play in front of what's in front of you, and you've got to score the runs.
But you said no. But what does GOAT stand for?
Greatest of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah.
But he's not the greatest of all time.
Yeah, but when you look at
but he's not.
But
you can't go yet.
There's only one player that scored more runs than him.
Boys.
Who?
Sachin.
And against who?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
How does it not matter?
Because he still scored the runs.
Right.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Top threes, boys. Let's move on.
That's so
we'll
hard.
be here till Sunday, and it's by the way, it's Thursday evening, so it's just finished day one of the Right. So we've discussed this all day, gone back and forth. Top three, as it stands, Joe Root's career is not finished.
As it stands.
As you say, he's probably got another 5 years, maybe, at the very top
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of his fitness and himself. And he's going to have a good go at Sachin because no one else really is going to get that close.
No.
But top three, Laurie.
On the spot right now.
On the spot.
All time.
In fact, we'll go Johnny first because you can go last.
Okay.
Oh,
Then
that's
you can have a
so
go,
hard. The great of all time.
Are we talking?
In
are we
no
talking
particular
test?
order? In no particular order.
Test batsman.
In no particular order. Top three. Don't have to be like 1, 2, 3. Just the three that you think are.
I'll give you 5 that I think are better than him.
This is like when you ask Laurie a question.
No. So I'll go Gavaskar. I will go Sachin. I will go Lara. I will go Viv Richards, and I will go Sir Garfield Sobers.
Full name for him.
Yeah, sorry, Sir Vivian Richards.
There
Apologies.
you go.
Yeah, that's really rude.
In case you're watching.
Go on.
Are you asking me an always Ivan going?
I'll go.
Go on.
Are we going 5 or 3 now?
Oh, we're live on TikTok apparently.
Oh, happy days.
Happy
Rock
days.
and roll.
Hello TikTok. Get your pads and pints out. I will go for Lara because he's just exquisite.
Yeah.
Exquisite. Just.
Are you doing this in order?
No.
Okay,
Are
fine.
we doing 5?
We'll do 5 then. Ricky Ponting
Yeah. Shout.
because I can't stand the bloke.
Yeah.
Hell of a batsman.
But imagine being up against him. You want to murder him.
Yeah. Oh.
I would. Tendulkar, and then it's open to debate.
Go on then. This is your time. We're not going to debate here.
Sangakkara.
Yeah.
I said it earlier.
Yeah,
He was in 58 in a Sri Lankan team, and he played in an era of unbelievable bowlers, spin bowlers. Against like Anil Kumble. Anil Kumble.
Anil Kumble. What was that?
Shane Warne, that kind of bowler, that ilk, and it's like that's the best bowling time, I think. Late 90s, early 2000s, unbelievable bowlers.
Akram, Yunus, Sakley
Glenn
Mushtaq,
McGrath,
Mushtaq Ahmed, Donald,
the list goes on.
And this clown over here.
When you look at like the bowling attacks these days, it's not even fit to like wash their boots, man.
This is my point.
I'm sticking by it.
What's
I
your
love-
Instagram page?
At Pads and Pints. Jack Callis was unbelievable.
See, that's
unbelievable.
It's another one. It's another one.
The most underrated
and
cricketer.
he was an
He just
all-rounder.
sneaks under the radar.
Underrated.
But no one talks about him. He doesn't.
Bat.
He doesn't get the same level of coverage.
He's probably in
I'd
my
say
top
Callis.
3 all-time all-rounders.
I think, as an overall cricketer, I think the best to play the game. 300 test
there.
300 test wickets, 4,500 and 12,000 runs. Argue that
We have to talk
in
about.
the and if we were going to play your debate in a tough era,
We have to talk about Steve Smith.
yes. Nah, not for me.
I'm joking.
Not for me.
I'm joking. There you go. Talking about Steve Smith, Laurie loves him. But no, I think Joe Root, when all's said and done, when the dust has settled and the chips are down, he will be top 3 of all time. It will probably be the leading run scorer in Test cricket.
That I don't
But
think
it's going to be close.
I don't think that determines what makes you.
I know
the
you're
best
not a stats
cricketer.
man, but for me, yeah, Callis just.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, so
and actually,
good.
you make a really good point. When you go underrated, I was like, no way.
But
But actually, I didn't think of him, and I think he's up there with. Callis was unreal.
Yeah, like he doesn't get the same, like, when I say underrated, maybe not the right, but he doesn't get like the spotlight as he sort of sneaks under the radar. But when you look at it, he's, you look at the best test bowlers to ever play the game. Some of them may have got 250, 300, 350 wickets. He's in the same company as that. A good average, good strike rate.
Who's that?
I'm not going to start listing bowlers off.
Anyway,
No.
Your 3.
Okay, so
your 5?
wait then. Can I just make my point about the stats and then you do your 5?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Is Mitchell Starc the best left arm bowler?
No.
Right. But he's got the most wickets, so does that not make him the best bowler?
Games played, there's factors in there.
But you just said stats are... This goes to my point.
The
moments later.
Stats are a large proportion of the picture,
Fairs.
but they don't determine everything all of the time. Because it's not often, but sometimes you've got to factor in when the runs are scored, not necessarily how many. And you go back, I think it's maybe 2021, where Joe scored 1,700 runs in the year.
That was
and it was like
year.
Best part of 40% of England's runs that year. And that's the sort of level that I think, irrespective of who they played, the pitches, the bowlers, when you look at that is
that the year where Bangladesh toured, Zimbabwe toured,
no,
and I think Ireland toured as well and did a one
Afghanistan.
test.
but we still won one in 17 or whatever.
Yeah.
But when you look at that as a window into part of his career, that is possibly the best batting year in Test history to score that volume of runs and that percentage of your team. Like if he didn't score that volume, say he scored 800 runs that year, we'd have got probably 250 at best most innings.
So what we're saying is, Laurie rates Joe Root.
And I rate Joe Root. The greatest of all time is wild.
So who is your top 5 then?
Top 5.
Okay.
And go in order if you can.
I don't.
Michael Vaughan, Joe Root, Billy Root.
I don't know if
right inside bottom him there.
Tim President.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can put it in order because there is so much subject to debate. But I'm going. You can't have this conversation without Sachin, right?
Yeah.
How do you say his surname, Johnny?
Sachin Tendulkar.
There we go. First time today. Well, I'm putting. So I'm going Sachin.
Birmingham.
I'm putting Joe in there in top 5. Jack Callis.
Oh, jump up bandwagon now. don't
You stole it before me.
No, a shout. Jack Callis is a shout.
Ponting. And then I'm going to be torn between Kumar or Lara.
Shout.
And I'll toss a coin 50-50, heads or tails. I'm not bothered which one it lands.
Wait, Kumar or Lara?
Kumar Sangakkara or Brian
in
Lara.
your top 5?
Yeah.
You're not having them both?
No, we just picked Joe Root, hasn't he?
Yeah. And I'd pick Joe.
So you're having Root over Lara?
In my personal opinion, yeah.
Yorkshire. You
are having Root over Brian Charles Lara.
Number of runs, number of Test centuries. You can't argue.
Be real.
You can't
so
argue.
we're talking about the two generational talents of that era.
Two people batting that West Indies team. Him and Siv Chandapur.
Yeah.
So of that era, there was everybody talked about.
I'll die on my sword.
Who's the best batsman? Sachin or Lara? Lara or Sachin? Sachin or Lara? And then all of a sudden, you're not having Lara in that argument. You're not.
You make a good point.
Holds still to this day the highest score in a List A game.
Yeah, and Test. Yeah.
I'll tell you now, no one's ever going to beat
Test
them because
cricket
the way Test
twice
played.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's fine. I'll die on my sword.
Because the way the game's played now, people don't bat that long.
That is mental. That blows my mind.
Yeah, when I think about Sangakkara, really.
I rate Root, but you cannot say Root is a better cricketer than Lara.
Put like 800 on for like 5.
It was like 957 or something.
Yeah.
And they declared for like 6, and I think like Sangakkara and Jay Wardine got that.
Who?
Jay Wardine.
Wardine.
What did he say?
What did he say? Jay Wardine.
How would you say it?
Mahela Jai Wardiner.
That's what I said.
Jay Wardine.
Yeah, Jay Sean's brother.
Baby, are you down?
Sorry, Johnny.
So I was singing Jay Sean.
Do you know him well?
Yeah, good friend of mine.
I think when we get to the point of you singing Jay Sean, I think
that's a wrap, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's
right,
probably time to call it a night.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks
always
for
a pleasure.
I've been Ivan.
Guys, before we finish, before we finish,
We have
Encore.
well, I think we've missed out on one big thing here because English cricket lost one of its darling sons
It
and
did.
heroes. Yeah,
Smith.
Mr. Smith, the judge. And I think
It's just in
it's-
November, and he had a great tash.
he did. And by all accounts, he more recently has publicly opened up on his mental health struggles, his struggle with alcoholism, and you know, how he had two characters, one on the pitch and one who was, you know, a very insecure and sort of timid and very unconfident character.
Which is ironic because it was polarising to how he was.
How
in
he
the
was
middle.
as a cricketer,
Yeah.
fierce competitor, really tough Safa.
Yeah.
I know he played for England, but his roots and origins, and I just,
Couldn't have
I think-
the accent either.
yeah, could not like the accent. No, and I think, you know, I think it's more, we're going into a time of year, Christmas, and you know, we're very lucky and fortunate to have each other, and you know, I know your mum and dad aren't around anymore, and you know, we've all lost loved ones, and you know, I think sometimes we forget how fortunate we are as human beings to have loved ones around us,
Yeah.
and that isn't everyone's reality.
Yeah, because it is very true, and said it a lot that, you know, sometimes Christmas, New Year can be the loneliest time of year for a lot of
Absolutely.
people. When in reality, what everyone likes to paint a picture of, it's the complete opposite. Of it's time
Yeah,
to be around friends, family, presents, this and that. But there is a lot of people that Christmas Day, New Year's Day will be sat by themselves, not feeling particularly great about themselves. So I think, yeah, it's a good touching point. That
Well,
JP.
we always say it, don't we? We always say, you know, if you're ever lonely, pick up a phone, just text your mates, check in on them.
Yeah, there's so many.
Come on Instagram and just talk to us lot.
yeah,
Exactly
We'll always
my
have a
point.
chat.
Yeah.
Anybody that gets on our Insta and messages us or wants to talk cricket or wants to talk anything mental health,
If you like Joe Root and you want to have a FaceTime with Laurie over Christmas, you know, it's got time.
hours.
Or like Henderson's relish, anything. You know.
That's a good topic for you,
Hendo's
Hendos.
relish. For all of you lot out there, try Hendo's relish and you'll never be sad again.
But with what we've said today, let us know your top threes, your top fives. Let us know if you agree with Laurie about Joe, if you agree with Johnny, or if you just think we're talking absolute shit. So
That's a probably.
And I do think like hearing other people's views on it would be great. Like that, like
generational though, it depends.
But the
what you grew up
the
watching
debate
as well.
is so big because, like, there was a lot of what you say. I can't disagree with it, but it's who you rate and what you think.
What you're biased like.
Yeah.
What kind of
I
things
am
you
slightly
enjoy.
subjectively biased too, because obviously he's a collegiate boy, isn't he? So,
Never heard it before.
how many games did you play from last year?
oh, shut up.
On that note, guys, look, as always, I've been Johnny.
I've been Ivan.
I've been Laurie, and it's been a pleasure.
Been a pleasure.
We've had some pints, right?
Pads and pints. Peace. Merry Christmas.
Take it easy.